used to run very basic email campaigns through MailChimp, but it didn't give us like the flexibility we needed. So it was until mid 2024 when we moved everything into ActiveCampaign, and that's when things really start to change. Reporting was a pain. I remember that every month I had to pull numbers manually, and took a lot of time. The AI reporting replaced my manual reports completely, so I can just ask the system for insights, and it gives me everything I need to track performance and to show improvements. The subject line analysis, that's been a lifesaver, because sometimes you think that something can work, but you don't know if it will work in this industry. Um, so sometimes you run out of ideas, and this tool gives me new angles and shows me what's performing better.
Usually it would be me asking, hey, what's our rate here, that kind of thing. And so, Luis and Tiffany, would pull that data. And so I know they're able to do it, much more quickly. And they're also able to give it to me in a more digestible fashion, because everybody in the business has their specialty, and I, as the owner, have to kind of know a little bit about everything. But I rely heavily on, Luis to tell me, hey, this is what this means, and this is what this means, and this is the industry average. And I know that he's able to get those items put together quickly, because of the efficiency, of ActiveCampaign as opposed to the programs that we were using in the past. And I just personally, love the fact that Luis was not having to sit there and create a separate spreadsheet and plug in numbers and then conduct an analysis, because that time could be spent, figuring out how to better market to these people.
In the past, I remember that the open rates were like super low.
I remember some months that were sub 10% with MailChimp, so it's been a dramatic increase.
I know that the industry average is around 20%, and we are over 35, 38, 40% in most of our weekly newsletters.
Do you want your emails being deleted, or do you want them opened? If you want them open, then switch from, whatever you're using now to ActiveCampaign, because here's what we've seen.
I think it's a life changer because it saves a lot of time. So definitely this is a sustainable tool that can help you to grow in a better way.